All right. Yes, week 8 is upon us, people. Week 8, welcome to the Calvin Dean Show. My name is Calvin Dean. And this is my podcast for week 8. How about Bill Belichick winning, Bill Belichick winning his 300th game. Give it up for Bill. All right. Yeah, that is well deserved. Only 3 coaches in the history of football to 300 or more wins. He's second in all time to Don Shula. Don Shula, second of all time for all time wins. That's including playoffs. But just regular season, he's third. Second is George Halas, and first is Mr. Don Shula. And, first team all ballot Hall of Famer, Mr. Bill Belichick. I mean, it's just incredible. Beating the Bills as well after they've been just torched come on. It's just, wow. And just a little football news before we even start the show. You have to know these things. Mr. Brock Purdy yesterday on the San Francisco 49ers, the quarterback, is now in concussion protocol from the loss of the Vikings. So I guess he must have suffered in the Vikings. Maybe that was from his bad play near the end of the game. He probably was playing with a concussion. I don't know, man. I would be sort of upset at the trainers and everyone on that one, because what's going on? And even Nick Bosa at the end of the game, he admits that his holdout held him back just a little bit in 2023, meaning it held him back from playing so well and playing up to his potential, And this is Thursday morning. And I love Thursday mornings. Why, guys? I get to talk to all of you guys and sip some coffee. I just love coffee in the morning, guys. It's every Thursday morning. If you haven't listened to my show, I have a podcast, and then I have that goes on my YouTube channel. And then after that, I actually have a under 4-minute show on YouTube. You get to see me in a bar, and I give my picks. So, with the podcast, I actually can go over into football news, and it's a little bit longer. What I do is I go over the stats of each team. I'll go over the money line, morning line favorites, odds, and that's how I get my calls. That's how I make my calls, like my upset specials and stuff like that. Now, the Commanders consider offensive line changes after giving up 6 or more sacks against the Giants. I'm telling you guys, the Commanders, their offensive line, Sam Howell is the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. Terrible. I feel, and now Baker Mayfield, I told you about Brock Purdy in concussion protocol. Now also Baker Mayfield's knee is questionable. Godwin's neck, they're saying that they're going to play both guys against the Bills tonight. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be good. Like going back to Brock Purdy and his concussion protocol. Guys, the Niners against the Vikings on Monday Night Football, what you have to understand is that Trent Williams wasn't there. So you know how they used to have, they have that running play where it's a running play. They pitch it to McCaffrey, and it's like school. What do they call it? Like schoolboy or school rushed or pitch left, whatever. And schoolhouse left, or schoolhouse right. That's what we would call it when I played football. And, it's a pitch. And then the guards pull and the tackles pull and they lead their way. I mean, before, Trent Williams went down, they were doing great. I mean, big holes are opening. I mean, that's what happens when a big tackle like that goes down. The guy's a house. I mean, he's the best tackle in football, guys. When the best tackle in football goes down in your team, you don't expect to run as brilliant as you have before he got hurt. And same with Deebo Samuels. Okay, this is what, Lance Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles. Lance Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles. And A.J. Brown of the Philadelphia Eagles. If those two went down for a game, if those two weren't playing for the game, both of them, how do you think the Philadelphia Eagles would have played on Monday night against the Minnesota Vikings? Think about that one. The way Kirk Cousins was, they would have lost. They would have lost. I don't know if many teams would have beat Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football. I mean, that was a clinic. Love my coffee, guys. I'm having my coffee right now. So I hopefully you're having yours. And but you are talking about going against a second year player, Brock Purdy, and Kirk Cousins. Wow. I mean, Kirk just, wow. I mean, Addison played out of his mind. Osborne looked great. So, I mean, hats off to them. Hats off to them. That's for sure. And Kyler Murray yesterday, full participant in practice. Kyler Murray, full participant in practice, guys. Wow. And I'm telling you something, it's near the 31st of this month. What does that mean? Well, of course, Halloween. But in the NFL, it means it's the deadline, trade deadline. And a lot of people are talking Derrick Henry. There's been a lot of rumors, especially whatever happens this week with Derrick Henry. Think about that. There could be good stuff going on. I mean, DeAndre Swift. Think about it. DeAndre Swift, okay? Price tag this offseason should be much higher than $1.774 million base salary he's receiving this year. All right? He was shifted. Swift. Not Taylor Swift, guys. I know you Swifties out there. Man, don't you love her? I get so excited watching the Kansas City Chiefs play on football because it's such a, I don't know why I'm mesmerized by Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's dating. It's so cool because I love Travis. If you listen to him and Jason and their podcast on YouTube, it's so much fun. Those guys they're just so real. And he's such a nice guy. He's a nice kid. I mean, he is a kid. He's like in 30s, right? And she's so sweet. She's so sweet. And, Mahomes' wife is there, and they're chest bumping and hanging out. And Patrick Mahomes is a nice kid, too. So, I mean, to see that, it's just so neat. And because they play at such a high level, it's like Taylor Swift is the best at her level. And guess what? Travis Kelce is the best at his level. It's just, and they're so nice together. Sorry, guys. Went off to the Swiftie after talking about DeAndre Swift. He's like, hey, dude, weren't you talking about me? Saquon Barkley is off to a slow start in 2023, right? He might be on the chopping blocks. I don't know. They're talking about it, but Derrick Henry is huge. They're talking about, getting rid of Derrick Henry before the 31st. Now, here you go. Ready? The Raiders could get rid of Josh Jacobs. He was the rushing champion last year, but because of the Raiders, the way they've been playing, and he can't. This year, he's like, it's terrible this year. He's like a 2.9 yard carry, 2.9. Think about that. 2.9. Derrick Henry is right behind that. Derrick, he's 30 years old. He's near, Yeah, I don't know. I think that Derrick Henry is going to, I would love to see him maybe go to the Titans. He's 29 years old, almost 30. All right. Josh Jacobs is younger. But they might get rid of Josh Jacobs. Who knows? Because remember how his holdout and stuff, and now he's not doing too well because of his holdout. And the Raiders aren't really doing well at all. Jimmy G's been hurt. Ugh, that team is such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. I was so high in them. Well, I wasn't high in them before preseason, but I thought they would do well with Derek Carr and Devontae Adams, and I was so excited, and Josh Jacobs did so well, and then I don't know, they just don't play to their max, they just don't play to their max, which is incredibly sad. Okay, quick power rankings, and then we'll start week 8. Power rankings, the gods of the NFL are really playing with us on these power rankings, guys. But number 1, of course, has to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. Has to. Number 2 is the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, San Francisco 49ers. Well-deserved. Number 4, Baltimore Ravens. I think the Baltimore Ravens should be, honestly, I think they should be number 2. I really do. Or number 1. It was before the season started, I said either the Jets or the Baltimore Ravens will be in the Super Bowl, and then I predicted that the 49ers would be there too. It's going to be between the Philadelphia Eagles and the 49ers. It will be, but the 49ers will be in there, and I think the Baltimore Ravens now will be in there, especially without Aaron Rodgers on the Jets. Number 5 is the Miami Dolphins. 6, the Jacksonville Jags. 7th, the Detroit Lions. 8th is the Dallas Cowboys. 9th, Buffalo Bills. The 10th, Cleveland Browns. And then it goes to, the 11th is Seattle. 12th is Bengals. 13th, Steelers. Jets. And then 15th was the Houston Texans. That's how the power rankings of the NFL came out. I don't know. You guys can talk about that. I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. I think what they do is they take the stats, the wins, the losses, that type of thing, and they manage it that way. It's a great season. It's turning out to be, surprises. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's just start this right now. Love my coffee, man. Love my coffee. Love it, love it, love it, love it, and love it. Week 8 is upon us. We have Thursday night football. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into Buffalo and playing the Buffalo Bills. The Buccaneers are hurt. Baker's knee, Godwin. The Bills haven't been playing well. They lost to Bill Belichick last week. That was an embarrassment. I don't think they're going to be embarrassed this game. I really don't, because you're looking at the 26th ranked offense of the Bucs against the 5th ranked offense of the Bills. The only thing that the Bucs beat the Bills on is defense. The Bills defense. That's one thing the Bills have to do. They have to go out and get someone on defense before the trade deadline on the 31st, because their defense looks terrible. They couldn't stop the New England Patriots, and everyone else was stopping the New England Patriots until last week, right? So and that's the reason why the record that they're at, guys. The record is 4-3. That's not good. But tonight's game, giving it up to Buffalo Bills over the Tampa Bay Bucks. All right, guys, let's just go right into Sunday. We have the Houston Texans going into the Panthers, playing the Carolina Panthers. This is one of those games that you're only going to watch this game because it's your team. That's the only reason why. It's not because it's going to be an exciting game to watch. Can't wait to watch the Panthers play the Houston Texans. Woohoo! Wow! Oh man, off my seat on that one, right? No, it's not going to happen. This isn't a okay game. I mean, the Panthers are 0-6. They got to win sometime. And this is probably one of their only times that they really could, win a game. They could. The Panthers could win their first game here. The Houston Texans are only favored by 3 points. There's the 43.5 point score on both teams combined, either over or under. I would say probably the way the Panthers play. I don't know. I just think the Panthers defense would stop the run, but then the Houston's passing game is really good. The Panthers, I would love to see the Panthers win this game. I really would, but I don't think they will. I'm giving this one up to the Houston Texans going into Carolina and beating the Carolina Panthers. We have the next game. We have the Los Angeles Rams. So disappointed in Los Angeles Rams losing to Pittsburgh last weekend. That was, they are a better team, but with his voodoo and the way what he does, man, it's like he angel dust or whatever, man. I have no clue. How they won that game, how they turned out, but it's coaching, that's for sure, because the better team was really the Los Angeles Rams. Sad, but true. And I'm giving the Los Angeles Rams are going into Dallas. Dallas has not been playing well. Their secondary is hurt. But, how can you keep, the Dallas Cowboys from sacking Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford's good. He's going to get rid of the ball in a hurry. He really will. His passing is 6th. Dak's passing is 24th. Their offense on the Cowboys is 23rd, but their defense is 2nd. The defensive Rams are 20th. The rushing for the Rams are even better, but they don't really have any rushing. Henderson's back. So they're obviously the Rams offense and their rushing. It's not going to, it's going to be a tough game. Tough game for the Rams. Off their loss, and I think the Cowboys are looking at the Philadelphia Eagles and they're like, man, we can't let them get too far ahead of us. And the Rams, I don't know. I don't see the Rams winning this game. I have the Cowboys over the Rams in Dallas. And the next game we have the Minnesota Vikings high, huge high, coming off of a great win. The question is, it's in Green Bay, right? In Green Bay. And, this Sunday, it's almost November in Wisconsin. And the high is going to be like 41 degrees. It's going to be out, So, and it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. the Vikings offense, the way they played, it was just amazing. Kirk Cousins looked good. Great. Just don't look good. He looked great. And he's going against Jordan Love, who is his first year of starting. Jordan Love, right? So obviously it's going to be, will Kirk Cousins come down from his throne that he was thrown up there? I mean, really, Kurt was like so hot. I've never seen him that good. He was literally the best. And this is his last year of his contract. Could he? I mean, I just don't see the Minnesota Vikings losing this game. I just don't see them losing this game. Even in, they're giving away a point in Green Bay. It's in Green Bay. I just don't see the Green Bay Packers winning. Vikings over the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. We have the next game. We have the New Orleans Saints coming alive suddenly. Their offense with Derek Carr. And then now you have the Colts rolling 38 points against the number one defense in the land, the Cleveland Browns. 38 points. If you would have bet on that game last week, I told everyone the Colts was my upset special. They were giving them 3.5 points. You would have won. You would have won with 3.5 points. They lost by a point. So, you have the Saints, New Orleans Saints, going into the Indianapolis Colts. This is the Saints are favored. Yeah, Saints are favored. This is going to be, I'm going to give another upset special. I'm going to give this to the Indianapolis Colts to beat the New Orleans Saints in Indianapolis. It's a 1 point. The way the Colts have been playing with Minshew and the Saints, they started playing better offense. Their defense is really good, but the Colts defense, the Colts offense rolled on the best defense. Will that happen this game? Taylor's back. You have Moss. Man, I'm sorry. I'm going to give this one up to the Colts at home. The next game is my lock of the week. Believe it or not, is the Miami Dolphins to beat the New England Patriots in Miami, and there's a reason for that. It's going to be like 85 degrees in Miami. It's going to be humid, 40% chance of rain. Guys, Miami Dolphins, they're so smart. They always put the team on the other side of the stadium, and when they play, the sun at this time of year hits the opposing team, and the opposing team's hotter, and their side is cooler, the Miami Dolphins side, and that's a fact. And the way Miami played against the Philadelphia Eagles, and the way Bill Belichick's going to play against the Miami Dolphins, but they looked terrible against them last time. But they're different. I mean, Miami's, Patriots are, coming through. The point spread on this one, don't get hooked up on the point spread. I really don't think the Miami Dolphins, let me see where the point spread is. I'll tell you guys in a second. Miami's favored by 9 points. Oof. Wow. I think the Patriots are going to keep it really close. I really do. I would take those 9 points if I was a Patriot. If I was going to bet that game. But I think the Miami Dolphins are going to pull it out. It's my best bet of the week. But when it comes to betting, no, it wouldn't be my best bet. But my lock of the week is the Dolphins over the New England Patriots. My upset special, of course, the Colts. Next game, We have is the New York Jets going into the Giants, playing the New York Football Giants. Giants looking great. Jets looking better. The Jets defense on this one is a better defense than the Giants. Offensive wise, Tyrod Taylor looks better in the helm than Daniel Jones. It's a different quarterback. He can scramble out of it. I think the Jets are just a better team. I'm giving this one up to the Jets at home. They're both at home. So, giving it up to the Jets. The next game we have the Jacksonville Jags going into Steel Town, playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know how Tomlin even, beat the Rams in Los Angeles last week. That's just wow. That was just bravo. You have to be very, very talented if you're a coach, the way they played. So, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are getting 2.5 points. Yeah, I'm giving this one up to the Jacksonville Jags. Definitely Jacksonville. They are for real. Jacksonville's for real. Giving up to Jacksonville in this one over the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have the Falcons going into the Titans. Tannehill's not playing. Will Levis is playing with Malik Willis. Willis is going to be like the scat back type of plays. Will Levis is going to be playing the majority of the game. He's a rookie. Ritter, they don't know if they're going to be trading Derrick Henry or not. I would love to say, hey, the Titans are going to win this game. But if you just look at the stat-wise, 11th ranked offense against the 29th ranked offense, will they be 29th with Levis? You know what I mean? Defensive-wise, they're 5th. The Falcons, 9th for the Titans. There you go. So, low-scoring game. Passing, 14th, 30th for Titans. Will Levis be better in passing? Maybe. But it's his first game as a rookie. First game. And he's going against the 5th-ranked defense. Think about that. I don't see it. I don't see it happening, guys. I don't see it happening for Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans, giving it up to the Falcons. We have the next game. We have the Eagles going into Washington Commanders. Commanders looking to change that offensive line because it's terrible. They just had 6 sacks this last week. Most sacked quarterback in the NFL. Most sacked quarterback in the NFL. Over 100 sacks this season. Wow. Poor Sam Howell. And Eagles, how are you going to keep them out of the backfield? Right? Come on now. Eagles over the Commanders. It's going to be a tight one. Commanders always play the Eagles tough. Always play them tough. Giving it up to the Commanders. Giving it up to the Eagles over the Commanders. Eagles to beat the Commanders, guys. Okay, there we go. The Browns going into Seattle, playing the Seattle Seahawks at home. The Browns, letting Gardner Minshew score 38 points against the number 1 defense in the NFL. Wow. Think about that one. They're still number 1, but Seattle's number 4. The rushing on the Browns is 7th. That's pretty good. But Ford is not around. He's hurt. Got to watch this. Deshaun Watson's not going to be in there. The team, they have the 12th man. Seattle has a 12th man. The Browns, Seattle. This is going to be a hard one to call. It's up in the air. I know that the Browns are favored. In this game. They're only favored. They're giving them 3.5 points. It's going to be a real tight game, guys. Real tight game. I'm going to give this one. It's a 38 points between both of them. So they're saying it's going to be a low-scoring game. because of their defenses. And the Browns, I think the Browns are pissed off. But I just, Seattle at home. It's a hard game to call. I'm giving this one up to the Cleveland Browns over the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Wow. I have the next game we have is the Baltimore Ravens going into Arizona. Baltimore coming over their high of all highs. The way they played against the Detroit Lions was just impeccable. Playing another NFC team, a 1-6 team. Don't be surprised. Cardinals will play them tough in the beginning, but at the end, the Baltimore Ravens are just too physical. They might be just too... I think they should come out physical like they did against the Detroit Lions and just play the whole entire game, and I think the Cardinals will wither and die away. But the Baltimore Ravens over the Cardinals in this game. We have the next game, Lamar Jackson playing out of his mind, Zay Flowers, Gus Edwards, I go on and on. OBJ's back, they have a great defense, on and on. Lamar Jackson's, Andrews, it's just too much firepower. We have the 6-1 Chiefs going into Denver, playing Denver at Mile High Stadium. Taylor Swift is going to be in the house. I can't wait to see this game. I love to see her. Swifties, I love you guys, love you guys, love you guys. Hats off to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I had to, guys. It's all about that, right? It's fun. Chiefs are number 2 offense, number 2 passing, 32nd defense. Come on, guys. Come on. I'm sorry. You have Surtain back there, I know, and it's just giving this one to Kansas City Chiefs over to Denver Broncos. Kansas City Chiefs defense is just so good this year. One of the best defenses I've seen them in a long time. Watch out for Kansas City. That's the reason why they're 6-1, their defense. The next game's going to be a tough one to call. The Bengals going into 49ers. 49ers, Brock Purdy's out. Their quarterback is out. That's just like, the Bengals, Burrows is out, right? Think about it. It's just like Jalen Hurts is out. Just like Lamar Jackson's out. So, you have Sam Donald. And then you don't have a Deebo Samuels. And then will you have Trent Williams? If Trent Williams plays, the 49ers will pull it out. If Trent Williams plays, the 49ers will pull it out. If Trent Williams isn't playing, the Bengals will win. There you go. There's my prediction. So just listen to the injury report. See if Trent Williams plays, the 49ers will win. If he doesn't play, the Bengals will win. There you go. All right, Sunday night football. I love saying that. Sunday night football. We have the Chicago Bears going into SoFi Stadium playing the 2-4 Chargers. Wow. Chargers offense, defense, I don't know. They have so much talent. They're at home playing the Chicago Bears. Sorry, Chicago. The Chargers will finally turn the ball right in the right position of the winning team. They will turn it into a winning game. Heber's going to have a huge game. Huge. Eckler's going to have a huge game. Got to watch for him. The Bears running attack, looked great, didn't they? Wow. Unstoppable. This is going to be a good game. I think the Chargers are going to pull this one out. Give it up to the Los Angeles Chargers. Last but not least, we have the disappointing Las Vegas Raiders going into Detroit, playing the Lions. Lions smarting from their loss to the Ravens last weekend. they have that extra day to prepare. They're playing Monday Night Football. You know, I'm sorry, Raiders fans, Jimmy G's not playing. 2.9 yards per carry for Josh Jacobs. It's in Detroit. I just don't see the Raiders even coming close in this game, giving it up to the Lions. Lions over the Raiders in Detroit, giving it up to Detroit. They'll bounce back in this game. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the Calvin Dean Show. Remember, I have my 4-minute picks on YouTube, and then on every Saturday, I have an amazing fantasy football show. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. See you next week.